D&D's 2024 core rulebooks won't be fully released until 2025.
Wait, what?
Wizards of the Coast has announced its 2024 slate of D&D releases, which surprisingly consists solely of books that we already knew was on the way. Vecna Eve of Ruin will kick things off on May 21st, followed by the making of original Dungeons & Dragons in June, and then the quests from the Infinite Staircase in July. Wizards will then turn its attention to the new 2024 rulebooks, with the 2024 Player's Handbook coming out in September, followed by the Dungeon Master's Guide in November. And that's all the releases we have in 2024. Now you may be asking, where is the 2024 Monster Manual, which is kind of a pretty important part of the whole 3 core rulebooks? Well, that will actually be released in 2025 in February. Now, some other notable things that were mentioned in this press release that we just got was that the descent into the lost caverns of Sojacanth, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word, I'm sure somebody can say it right, but it's not me, will be an upcoming release. So it seems that that will be a full adventure with an excerpt released in March 2024 as part of a tournament-style live event. Now, whether Descent into the Lost Caverns of that name that I can't pronounce is part of the quest from the Infinite Staircase, or if it will be a standalone release, it remains to be seen. Wizards also vaguely teased the release of the new VTT system in 2024, with that program announced as part of its 2024 celebration, but no release date or timing or what you'll need to actually run that thing announced. Now, there's a few big takeaways from all of this. The first is, if you weren't looking forward to the 2024 core rulebooks, you may be a little bit disappointed by this year's releases in terms of what Wizards has to offer you. While Vecna Eve of Ruin will take players to the Forgotten Realms, Planescape, Spelljammer, Eberron, Ravenloft, Dragonlance, and Greyhawk, there won't be a dedicated 2024 campaign setting book or revival like what we've gotten over the past few years. Honestly, for a big 50th anniversary celebration, what we've gotten announced so far feels pretty underwhelming, although Wizards hinted that that's not all we'll be getting this year. I don't know what else we could get, but probably digital releases. I'm guessing they are talking about digital releases. Now, the other big takeaway here is that Wizards' staggered release of the core rulebooks means that the 2024 core rulebooks will be partially announced in 2025. Now, we aren't exactly shocked that this is happening, considering that the D&D design team is still actively playtesting the rulebook content and just experienced some unfortunate cuts to its staff. We've said for a while that it was a mistake to root themselves to a specific release date tied to an anniversary, and now D&D basically has to deal with this missing of a self-imposed deadline as part of the cursed narrative surrounding these rulebooks. Seriously, these rulebooks just need to get out there and get over with so we can all move on. I'm sure the content will be fine, but you know, it seems like we've just been circling around this thing for years now. We'll dive into the new Vecna book and what it entails in a later video, and we're probably also going to talk about, you know, what we really would like to see out of D&D in 2025, I guess, since we already know what we're getting in 2024, and how D&D can kind of turn around the ship. We'll talk about some of that in some later videos. But in the meantime, let us know what you think of D&D's release slate in the comment section, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.